Hello everyone, my name is Siddhartha Sinha and you are watching Siddhartha Sinha Vlogs. Dear viewers, you are again welcome to my channel. I wish to say that if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe it. And this particular video, as I am going to present in front of you, is going to contain all type of comparisons between digital medium and the analog medium. As you can read in the title, this video is going to be related to both the types. Both has its own pros and own cons, and we can utilize the pros and we can convert the cons of one of the medium as a pros of the other. We will understand all the things in details, but before that I would like to say that art is very essential for every one of our life, because our civilization started with art. Right from the caveman's age, our ancestors has been drawing. Maybe on the caves, on the walls of the caves, when paper was invented, paper, and now in this 21st century, in the digital age, today we are working on the digital medium. And digital medium has become very popular nowadays. Now we are going to discuss how exactly it is helpful and how beneficial it would be if you are using the manual medium, or that is you are using a regular pen and paper or pencil or paper. So without wasting time, let's get started. Okay friends, so in this video, what are we going to use? I'm talking about the tools. Definitely when we talk about art, we can never forget about tools. So here, the tools which I'm going to use is, first thing, the sketchbook. It's the normal art copy, as you can see, and these are some of my drawings which I have drawn here. So these are some rough sketches I made, and as you can see, these are some of the rough drawings. I'm going to draw something here, and I'm going to use this pencil. Okay, it's Apsara drawing pencil, and I'm going to use an eraser for that. After I draw it, I would like to put emphasizing lines, or I would be giving border to my drawing. So therefore I will be using this sketch pen. It's a regular sketch pen. It costs only 10 rupees. Okay, so this is the tools for the analog medium, whereas for the digital medium I'm going to use this. It is Lenovo. Okay, as you can see my reflection here. Yes, it is a Lenovo tablet, and I'm going to make the drawing, a digital drawing, in this particular tablet. And for drawing I'm going to utilize this stylus. So as you can see here, let me try to adjust myself. Yes, so I'm going to start the drawing. Please stay tuned to the channel. Thank you. Okay. What am I going to draw? That is a big question, because I'm out of ideas. Say for example, I would be drawing a very simple thing. So before I draw, I always used to make a construction lines. So by looking at the shape, I hope you can understand what I'm going to make. So these are the construction lines which I had made here. And construction line is very important, because when you draw something, we get the rough idea about what are we drawing. So as you can see here, I'm trying to draw a duck. So ta-da, it's done. So you can see that I drew with a pencil, and first I drew the construction lines, and then I had drawn, I just used the pencil to draw it. Now I'm going to use a marker so that it becomes prominent for all of us in the picture. Okay, so as you can see, these are going to be my final lines which I am drawing here, and I won't be able to change, or I won't be able to make any changes. It's a very simple drawing, as you can see. Any one of us can try it. Okay, so these are some of the far which I have drawn. Okay, so you can see here that my drawing is complete, right? Now what I can do is I can use the eraser to remove the construction lines, because this construction line will not look better in your drawing. So I would be simply removing it. Okay, alright. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say, that in this particular analog style of painting or drawing, I'm going to use crayons color. Crayons color is quite handy. I would be making some other videos on using crayons, difference between crayons and oil pastel and watercolor. In this video, I'd just like to say that it's very convenient to draw with the pastels, because it is very easy to work with. Now, generally we draw a duck with white color. We generally have white, we used to put white, we have seen white colored ducks. Now what I'm going to do here is I am going to use orange color for the beak of the duck. So it's quite common, you can see. So this is it, right? And for water, generally we use blue color, so I won't break the rule. Generally water do not have any color, of course, but it is a perception of ours. Right from our childhood we used to give blue color to the water. So since it is a rough drawing, I want to keep it as rough as it is possible. So I won't be changing the rules. I won't give any other reflection to it, as it is just a tutorial video, and we are going to study the difference between the drawing in a paper and in the digital format. Okay, so I'll be using this color to give shadows, to create the ripple effect, because the duck is moving on the water, on the surface of the water, so the ripples has to be there. So here, as you can see, that some color has entered my duck. I won't allow it to do, so I have simply erased it. And for the inside body of the duck, I would be using yellow color. Generally we can use blue color also, but since I have used blue color for the water, I don't want it to mess up entirely. So it's a very simple drawing, so it has taken very less time to create it. Now viewers might be thinking, this is a simple duck, I would have completed in 1 minute, you have taken around 6 minutes time. yes, more practice is required, definitely. Okay, so to give shadows in some areas I would be using orange color. So I will be using orange color in only some of the areas, not all. That we need to remember. And for the eye of the duck I would be using black color. Okay, so at the background let me do something. Let me put some green color in the background just to create the contrast and nothing else, as if there is a grass at the back side. Sorry for these noises and the sounds of the notification. Alright, and to create some shadow area, if I can use this dark green color to create a grassy effect. So what are the advantages of doing it on a paper? You get the aesthetic feel of drawing. You just feel like you're drawing on a paper. You are an artist, and this is it. You are more flexible and more convenient. You become more convenient with the drawing if you're using this medium. I don't know about others, but I do feel confident when I'm drawing on paper. In digital medium, I won't say that people are less confident. Yes, it depends upon practice, but somewhere the screen, the digit, cannot provide that aesthetic feeling when you're making an art. That is what I feel. So the perception might be wrong, or it might vary from person to person, of course. My perception is a little bit different in this regard. Some other artists might have some other perception. Okay, I'm just going to end it here. As you can see that this drawing I have done. And how much time did I take? Not much. Approximately 8 minutes, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to use my tablet. And in this tablet, the way I have created construction lines on the paper, and then I have used I just made the outer drawing, and then I had put the markers on it and then colored. The same thing I'm going to repeat with the digital art without fast forwarding it. Let's see how much time do I take, and after that we can talk about the pros and cons of both, and how can we utilize the cons of one medium as a pros of the other. Okay, so let's get started with the tablet now. Ta-da! So here you can see this is a tablet, Lenovo M10 Rel, as I remember. I bought this 1 year back. Now, if you ask me about the digital medium of drawing, then definitely I would say that iPad is the best medium for drawing. I used an iPad of my friend. I have understood how it feels. But although the aesthetic feeling which I was talking about when you are drawing on a paper, it is definitely different. But yes, iPad is different and this tablet is different. I'm using this tablet as my budget because I need to think about my budget as well. And in order to draw on the tablet, I'm going to use this stylus. This stylus costed around only 400 rupees. So it's a regular stylus, normal stylus without any charging, and I'm going to use this sketchbook, Autodesk sketchbook, as the drawing medium. Alright, so let me get started with it. Short tutorial. Okay, alright. This is my last work which I did in the digital medium. So as you can see here, I first drew it on this paper, and then I would be discussing about this at the last part of the video. So this is nothing but the same drawing is converted here in this digital form, as you can see. Okay, so I will be discussing the same here later on. Now I'm going to start a new sketch. I'm going to use a small canvas for this because the drawing is not going to be too big. Okay, so I'm going to start. Here you can see here are certain panels. I will make a separate tutorial videos. Now this video is where I'm going to discuss about the difference. So I'm not going to teach you the thing precisely, but that's what you need to understand here is these are the tools I'm going to use. So I'm using a pencil tool, and these are the size of the pencil which I can use here. So the way I made construction lines on the paper, the same way I'm going to use the construction lines here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using the construction lines, and the best part about digital media, the advantage is that you can zoom in and you can see if there is any mistake or not. The same thing you can't do, definitely you cannot do it on a paper, but here you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, one most important thing I would like to say in case of software is that now I'm going to use a marker, or I'm using the fountain pen tool here in order to put the markings. So what I would do, I will simply zoom it, and then I would be making over the surface. But as you can see, there are some construction lines, and I made this particular drawing over the construction lines here. If I will try to erase the construction line, my main drawing will also get erased. I hope you are able to understand. So this is one most important thing. We need to use layers of drawing. The same thing we are not doing in case of analog medium, right? We used to draw the construction line here. As you remember, I had drawn the construction line, over that I have put the marker, and then I have erased it very easily. But here in digital medium, we need to use we need to remember that we need to use different layers for it. So here I would be adding a layer, and then over this layer I would be drawing with the marker. So another drawback of this digital medium, I cannot put my hand over the screen, or else it will not function. As you can see, it is not functioning. Rather, the dot has been applied in this point, at this place where my palm was resting. So this is one most another drawback I feel which is there in case of a digital medium. Alright, now let me do it precisely. So as you can see, some of the areas it is lagged. I don't want these lags to happen, so I need to zoom in, and then I need to make it. Now if I will not zoom in and then I would try to do, you would be able to see that in some of the areas there will be some laggings. I can erase some of the places, and I can create it. I can make the rough idea, and then I can make it a little bit precise. I can connect, or I can join the dots here. I feel there is some mistake I made in drawing this head. So what I would do is I'll erase the entire line, and I will be drawing over this. See, here has to be a flow. This flow, I need to create it here. So it's okay, right? My drawing is done. What I will do is, as you can see that there's the construction lines also, these areas. I can either go to the previous layer where I drew this construction line and I can erase it like this. Now since this layer is not important, what I can do, I can simply take it and I can delete it. As I delete it, as you can see here, the construction line is automatically deleted. Now this is one advantage in case of a digital medium, that since you're working on layers, it becomes very easy for you to work and efficiently, and within a very short period of time you can work on it. Now I would be showing you the coloring part. For coloring, what I would be doing is I will be using layers. Okay, so I would be using different layers for coloring, because layering is very important, as I told you. The first thing is the background, as I just made it. What I would be doing is I will take the layer below the drawing, and now I will be drawing, or I will be doing the background. So here in the manual part, what I did was I made I used green color. What I would be doing here, I will take a green color here like this. So first yeah, I can take this green. I can use any there are some different type of brushes. There is a library of tools. We can use any of the tools we wish to. So here I would be, this is a chalk pastel, so it will be giving you like this type of effect. Okay, so you can see here that I can make it a little bit, I can zoom it, I can work on precision as precisely I could. So this is giving you an effect of a pastel color, as you can see. Now we can blend the colors also. I will show you how exactly the blending would take place. Before that, I would like to do this part. We need to do it a little bit precisely. So we can zoom in and we can work on the areas of precision, so it will not create any mistake. Now definitely it is a background, so what I can do is I can draw over the duck also. That will not create much problem. I can increase the size and I can work on larger area at short period of time. If I want to make it faster, I can do it like this, as you can see here. So above this I used yellow color in the analog part of the drawing. So here, as you can see, I will be doing this. Now I will be using a blender. This is a blender tool, and I can increase the size of the blender, and then you can see that both the colors would blend very easily like this. So I have just blended both the colors. I can increase the size, I can increase the flow and size both, and I can make them flow against each other. So these tutorials I will be giving in a separate video. Probably in the next video I will be showing you how exactly we can draw using the Autodesk Sketchbook. And Autodesk Sketchbook is very interesting. This is a color picker. We can take any color and we can make it. So it is also interesting. I will teach you taking different tools and how can you use it for drawing digital work or for doing digital artwork. If you don't have iPad, you can definitely go for this. This is a low budget, on a low budget device it works, and Autodesk Sketchbook is a free software, so definitely that's a benefit. You can just lower the size. Okay. Alright, so this is background which I did. Now what I will do is I will just erase the areas where the color had entered the duck. So you can see it's very easy. It's very easy to work on. Now I would be taking another layer. I would be taking another layer and I would be working on that layer. Now you see, I will what I would be doing is I will take blue color here, light blue, as I had taken in the last, in the paper also. I would increase the size of the color so that I can do it at a short period of time. And definitely I can use some other tools here. I can take the dark color to give the ripple effect. Now the best part of using digital medium is you will get ample of tools. So if you want to in case of if you wish to take different type of tools, if you want to carry different tools at the same time, it is not possible. It's very difficult for any artist to carry all the tools together. Generally, when as an artist we move from one place to the other in order to study the spot, or we do spot works, we generally carry either we carry one type of a medium. Either we carry pencil with us, or we carry mostly we carry watercolor, because watercolor is a very interesting medium. So if you're doing outdoor, you're interested to do outdoor works, then definitely watercolor becomes a very interesting medium to study. But at the same time, we cannot deny the fact that when we talk about digital art forms, then you need not to carry the tools along with you, because you're taking the tools, these tools, whatever tools you want to use, you can use it very easily without any hassle, without any problem. As you can see, I'm using different type of tools here. I'm using fountain pen, I'm using what we call this chalk pastel. I can use pen, I can use marker, any form of things. I can take a color picker. So in case you are drawing manually, we need to mix the colors, we need to form the colors. But here we are not forming any color. We can easily utilize the color. We can simply use the color picker and we will get the color easily. So in this way, it is a great pros, a great advantage for the person who are trying digital art. So you can see I'm using some I'm using this to create a glittery effect on the surface of the water, maybe, although it is not clear, it's not that good. Let me blend it. It's not good at all. Okay, what I can do is I can use this tool. I can definitely try to make it look like a water, more like water. So you see, this is a different tool. This is flow airbrush. So we can use different type of tools in this medium, whereas we won't get this flexibility if we are doing it manually. Now we need to carry so many color with us, and it will not be that handy for us as well. Okay, so let me work on the beak. As you can see, a digital medium is taking a little bit more time for me, because I can do stuffs easily on paper with a pencil, with the crayons. That is a convenient medium I have. But yes, if I'm working on comics, then definitely I will require less effort to do it, because here you can see I can easily create this effect. Oh yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, for comic, in order to make comic illustrations, definitely digital medium would help me better. It would be better medium to practice. Okay, so here you can see that almost the work is done. Only I need to work on the eye. So for eye I would be using, say, different color. If I would like to make it a little bit realistic, then I would be creating some other effects also in the eyes to look better. Now definitely we are not going to see so many things, but we can definitely create this effect. We can blend it like this, and we can create the black color, and so this is the overall effect you can see. Okay, and lastly I would be using a little bit of yellowish tint to the work, so that, and I will be using this what I forget the name, flow airbrush. So I would be using the flow airbrush in order to create it. You can see it's very supple. It's not so dark. Okay, I can use the size of it, but the size is not going to color is very supple. The opacity is 100% opacity, 100% opaque. So here you can see I'm creating it. This is the way, these are some of the areas where I thought it to be done. Sorry for such a long video. I know that it becomes a little bit boring to watch such a long video, but if you watch it properly, you'd be able to learn a lot of things. That's what I can guarantee, because these things are essential when you study, when you want to study the stuffs. So here you can see that I drew this medium. Okay, so I can just hide all of them to make it more convenient. So you can see that this is the digital art, and this is the analog art. Now, my dear friends, you should decide which is better. The analog form of drawing or the digital form of drawing. Definitely it is not complete, but you can see I can create more effects here. It is not at all completed. At the back side I can create a better background. What I can do is the place where I want more darkness, I can use the darkness, I can use the size of the airbrush, and I can work on these areas like this. So this would create some different effect on the on the swan, right, as you can see here. Or what we can do is we can erase it. We can simply zoom it, and we can erase the place which we don't want the airbrush should have gone through. Some of the areas I can keep the shading, and rest I can erase it. Okay, so we can see here the difference is very clear, that both have its own pros and cons. Now you see here we have many tools. We can use ample of tools, so it's very cost effective, right? You just buy one device, one tablet like this, and you download a free software named Autodesk Sketchbook, and you will be getting all these tools. You will get different patterns and tools which you can use it in this drawing. But here you will not get the tools along with the copy. Of course, you're not going to get the tool. You need to buy the tools, different type of tools you need to buy, and you can use it. Now here I have used crayons, simple plastic crayons, to create this artwork, and it is definitely aesthetic. If I would go somewhere, I would definitely prefer to take my art copy than taking the digital pad. Yes, in a workplace, like inside a room, I can definitely use the work pad. I can definitely think of using the tablet. I can definitely think of using, if I'm working on a comic book, then definitely I would use digital pad, because in order to color them, digital pad would be required. But if I would talk about taking, going out and studying the nature or studying the city life, then definitely I would take this thing. I would take the sketchbook with me. And friends, lastly I would like to discuss about this. As I told you that you can use the cons of one medium as a pros of the other. Now you see here, you can definitely make ideas on a paper. Now paper will not be a wastage. Most of the people might think that drawing on a digital pad would give you more flexibility, because if you're drawing on a digital pad, you can easily make it, and you can erase it, and you can get new ideas, you can draw new ideas. So in this way paper will not be wasted. But as an artist, when you're trying to make something good, or you are thinking of different ideas, I feel that the ideas should be kept somewhere. And what I strongly believe is that you should make the drawings on a paper first. Once you make the drawings on a paper, what you can do, if you have a digital pad with you, you can trace this on the digital pad. If you trace it in the digital pad, then you can use the coloring techniques here like this. As you can see here, you can color it, and then your work would be accomplished. Now here you can see, if I would hide all other layers, then we might be able to see the final layer which I drew, which I had created here. Okay, so I'm just hiding all of them. So you can see that this is the first layer. This is the same drawing which you can see here. First I have taken a photograph of it. I have taken this photograph out here, and then I have drawn, I just traced over the lines and I drew it. Okay, after I drew it, I had slowly I had applied colors to it, and you can see that after adding the colors, the effect of the drawing has changed a lot, right? So here this thing, after working on it, after coloring and after completing all the coloring activities or work, I have made this too. I just got the idea that let me add some conversation between the two leaders of the two different countries. So very recently I had worked on this thing. So this is an idea of compromise and tolerance. I made it for one competition. Unfortunately, I lost the competition. I didn't win. But somewhere I am satisfied because this idea came out of my mind, where I had shown two political leaders discussing and they're compromising. And what is the compromise at the cost of the bloodshed of their own countrymen? They are still rivals. They're signing the petition. They're signing a treaty, a peace treaty, but still they are against each other. So this is a story of all the war. At the end of the day, both the sides loses so much of human resource, so much of manpower. So that is the overall idea which I created. So I made it first. I made it on the paper like this. I drew it on a paper, and then I had traced it on the digital pad. So in the same way, you can also utilize your creativity, your artwork, and I hope that the difference and the advantage and disadvantage for both. Let me conclude the video and the lessons which you have learned in this video. First thing I would like to talk about the digital pad is that now on a digital tablet you need to only buy one digital tablet of minimum requirement of 2 GB RAM. This tablet has 2 GB RAM. It is not that effective for doing other activities, but for artwork it is perfect. It is good. Now you buy the tablet of around 14,000 rupees. You buy one stylus of 400 rupees, and you need to simply download a free software called Autodesk Sketchbook. And rest you can make it. You will get all the tools in the software itself. You will get different type of brush size. You need not to buy so many pencils. Now for example, I would be giving you a basic example. There is a marker, there is a technical pen. You can see that this tool is a technical pen tool. The same technical pen tool you can see manually I have the actual technical pen, which is here. Now in this technical pen we are having 6 different type of sizes, whereas here we have different type of sizes. So this technical pen, it starts from 0.1 size to 20, whereas here I have only 5 type of sizes, and one pen cost 100 rupees. So you can understand this 6 pen had costed me around 600 rupees. Just imagine from 0.1 to 20 how much it would have costed for me. Now this is, I'm talking about only the technical pen. If I would have gone with some other tools, if I would have gone with a fountain pen with different pen size or different size of the point, then definitely I would have bought so many fountain pen. But here I am getting all these tools totally free of cost, just at a cost of 14,000 rupees. So the sketchbook, you will have to also carry other tools. You will have to carry color pencils. You might have, definitely you have to carry a pencil. You need to carry the eraser with you. You need to carry, if you are interested of doing watercolor, you need to carry watercolors. You are interested to do acrylic, you need to carry your acrylic colors. So you need to take a lot of tools with you in order to go for the analog form of art or the manual form of art. But still, the advantage of taking the sketchbook is that you can go at a place, sit down, and you can simply scribble your ideas. The scribbling of idea is very important. As you can see here, these are all the scribbles which I made. These are all the scribbles, as you can see. This is a scribbling of different form of ideas, as you can see here. So this is not just one sketchbook I have. In these empty spaces also I am going to work on. Whenever I would get time, I would sit down somewhere. I want to I don't want to use other spaces, I would be using these empty spaces. So that is the benefit of sketchbook. You can get the aesthetic feeling as an artist. You go to any place, you like a place, you like a trees, you like the view, you like the cityscape, whatever it is, whatever appeals in your mind, those appeal you can directly trace down on a paper. You will not get the same feeling in the tablet like this. Okay, so both are important, because before you trace your work on digital pad, definitely you need to learn how to draw on a paper. So we cannot deny the fact that we cannot become paper free. Okay, paper is very important in order to create any form of artwork. So both have advantages and disadvantages. We can definitely utilize, say, as I already told you, that we can make our drawing in a paper, we can trace down the best idea on a digital pad, and we can utilize the tools which is present here, different types of tools for coloring. So here I would like to end my video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please share the video if you like it with your friends who are also interested in fine arts, who are also interested in drawing. Apart from this, also let me know which part of the drawing you liked. Did you like the digital art or you like the analog art? And which do you prefer? Apart from that, please subscribe to my channel in order to get more videos. Also hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload the video you get the notification. And I will be back again with an interesting video like this. Stay happy, stay blessed.